In this video, we're going to be creating our little join widget for when we click Find Game. We are not going to be adding any information inside of it regarding like the server list. We are simply going to be setting up just the very basic canvas panel with just a size box and a list box inside of it. So whenever we click the Find Game button, we can we can perform our events in the online beacon, so that way we can confirm that it is connecting. And that's really the only reason why I'm actually even doing this right now. So we're going to do that, and we're going to add a little back button somewhere in here. Let me see where they did it in the game. And I'm froze. There we go. So it's all right. So it's down at the bottom of the same spot. I didn't realize how far this was up. So it actually looks to be about in line. Not quite. So I'm actually going to move this up a ways. For 80 by 480, and we're going to drag it up. I think it's about there. Negative 650. 90 is pretty close. So we're going to add a little back button right underneath of all that. I'm going to copy this from this section, paste it in, and just give it a rough placement to where we want, and give it a name. So this is going to be b_host back. Might as well move the anchor just to a closer spot, so just down at the bottom left, and make this functional real quick. So using our widget switcher, we want to go back to that cooperative page. That cooperative page, I believe, is 2, or index 2. So cooperative host back. All right, so it is. So we set the index back to 2, and the reason for that is 0, 1, 2. We're going back to the co-op section from the host. So we're good to go there. Now for the find game, let's go ahead and create the button event. Right, I want to reorganize these real quick. So the host game, I want to be with the host like this. And the find game is going to be with the find game info like that. Let's create the canvas panel for it. Call it cp_find. And we need to get a size box. Size box or a scale box be better? I'll go with a size box. Have it be anchored to the center. Let's give it a decent size. All right, so it's going to take up the majority. About that far from the top. Right, so we're going to do 1500. Position on the X is going to be 0, or not 0. Well, let's see. Half of 1500. That'd be negative 750, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. 1500 divided by 2. Yeah, 750. All right, Then height-wise, so size-wise, we're doing 800. So half 800 is negative 400. So that's nice and in the center. Then in here, we're just going to add a scroll box. Going to give this a variable. This is going to be SB for scroll box, or SRL or SCRL for scroll underscore find underscore server list, like that. Make sure it's variable. And now we just need a little back button again to put, yeah, pretty much the same spot. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, I want to put the position of it to be the exact same. I want to change this to negative 50. Which on the x is going to be 380. So 380 and negative 50. Like that. So it's in the same spot. Size, we can just clean up to 130 and 50. We'll do the same thing on this button. Just little, not much, but just a tad bit of OCD. I just want it to be nice and rounded up or down. So we're going to give the button a name. We're going to call it B underscore find back. And save it. And give it an on-clicked event. So it's going to be the exact same thing as the host back. So we can just copy it and leave it. And test it. Co-op, find game. We have not bound that yet. So we're going to set up the widget switcher again for index 4 for find game. Let it try. Cooperative, find game. All it's in there. And we're good. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick little reorganizing. I want to move the find to be above the host because of the order of these. So just like that. That's going to mean we're going to have to switch around our numbers. So find game is going to be indexed 3 now, whereas host game is going to be index 4 now, since we reversed them. So find, good. Host, good. Those are still working. So we have all that done. Now we're going to categorize all of our actual buttons into a category and leave our information that we're going to be modifying exposed out for us. So category is going to be decent. We're going to call these controls. Can I select multiple? No, I cannot. It's going to be a little while. When are these? I don't think those should be existing. So ignore these two buttons here. All right, we're going to leave the images out. I'm thinking that should be all the buttons. Cooperative back, find back, host back. Our options are quit, our solo back, our cooperative. Let's see, am I missing anything else? Cooperative host, cooperative find game. Yep, I think everything's actually in there. So, I think we're good there. Create one more section for the images. Yeah, there's only 2 there. It's not that big of a deal. If it starts to fill up, we'll just continually do it. So now we have our buttons and stuff categorized in there quite nicely because we're probably not going to even need them for a while anyways. And we have our basic setup for our menu. So we have our cooperative. When we click host game, we're going to set up our beacon. Oops. And when we click find game, we're just going to essentially ping ourselves just to make sure we have everything set up successfully, because that's the main annoyance of the online beacons, is just having them set up properly so where they actually work. So that will be getting started in the next one. So I'll see you then.